What's up, YouTube? Webbers 5 here, coming out today with a guest profile of my friend Hesham, who went undefeated with his Adamancipator deck.
Hello, yes, it's true. I'm Yugioh. I've been on. I think I've been on AJ's channel a bunch of times.
Yep, you might remember him recently from the match I had against his
Prank Kids.
Yeah,
I was a
outplayed him using Millennium Ice Restrict.
Yeah, that was sick. But yeah, no. The previous week when we were at Tabletop Republic, I went undefeated 4-0 using my Adamancipators. So I thought I'd just show that off. So we'll get started.
And also a good chance to show off the playmat that you recently got from.
That is true. This amazing playmat that AJ created.
Combination of Prank Kids and Adamancipator, because I know it's two of Hesham's favourite decks.
I like this little detail here as well with the rocket ride bursting out of the Prank Kids place. It's pretty clean.
Took me like 20 minutes to sort that.
Alright, let's get on with the deck profile, shall we? It's my first time doing one. So. Alright, so first of all, we have Rock Band Zuno Guitar. I'm debating whether or not to keep him in. He's pretty good as like a level 4 rock type monster to special summon off of the Adamancipators. He can also like recover as well from the grave, but it's quite situational. I'm usually siding him out when I'm not using him. So time for the actual Adamancipators themselves. So we've got 3 Analyzer.
I will go first.
2 Researcher. That's a mistake, by the way, and I'll get into that in a sec. And then we have the 3 Seeker. So just to quickly go through the gimmick of the deck, they essentially excavate at the top of your deck and special summon a rock monster on those excavated cards. Analyzer essentially works as a Cyber Dragon, so if you're going second, it's usually quite good, especially to bait people out. Researcher, you can just special summon it off any rock, literally any rock. And Seeker requires an Adamancipator to be on the board. The reason why I'm running 2 is because I forgot to buy a 3rd one, and they're quite pricey, so I'm waiting for the Megatons.
That's fair enough.
Do not run 2. Don't be like me. Have 3. She needs to be at 3. You need to run her at 3. 2 is a mistake. But yeah, those are the Adamancipators. I wouldn't change this. That you need all of them for names and also for their effects. And yeah, no, they're just excellent in general. Speaking of Adamancipator cards, this is the only other monster Adamancipator, the Dragite. Out of all the eggs, it's the best one because once special summoning it, you can draw for a card. So dig deeper into your deck for more like extenders or hand traps or anything like that. Once again, it's a level 4. It also makes one of your extra deck cards, which we'll go into later, alive as well, being a water. So just like in general, like just a great card to have. I would probably keep that if I were to make any changes. Speaking of Adamancipators, we've got Adamancipator Signs. I know early on there was debate whether or not to play this, but as far as I'm concerned, it's an in-archetype, in-typing monster reborn, plus you can stack your deck with it as well. I think it's just required to have. Like I've recovered so many times with this deck because this card is just in general just a really powerful spell to use.
Fair enough.
So here we go. This is what makes it interesting. This is why we have the playmat. So we have 3 Prank Kids Roxy's and 1 Dropsies. You could use a Labsies if you want, but gaining 1,000 life points is a bit more, I think, a little bit better than burning 500, especially in time. Roxy's, this engine's quite good because it just allows us to link climb. Roxy's is also rock as well, so it synchronizes quite well with the Adamancipators. So essentially, you can just link climb and it'll have material to like go off with your combo stuff like that for Apollosa and so on. I think these are perfect the way that they are. Roxy's, if you have a card that's dead in your hand, banish, get a draw, like dig deeper into your deck.
And I'm assuming these guys don't look like into Prank Kids or anything.
No, they don't. So
that's insane.
You can. There is a build where you can try and like integrate the Prank Kids more into it by using the fusion spell and other things. But I'm not really a big fan of that build. So you can do that, but yeah, just using this little engine, you're not locked into anything, and it just gives you more link material to climb. So it's pretty good. So we've got the Koaki Meiru cards. We've got Supplier, who's the newest one, and we've got Guardian, which I think some people might recognise from the Rock Stun deck, I think, from back in the day. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, no, Supplier is amazing. Whenever a rock monster leaves the field, you can special summon him. Whenever he's special summoned, you get to add a Koaki Meiru to your hand, so usually adding Guardian. Guardian is the best way to play around Nibiru, because when you're playing the deck, hand traps, and especially Nibiru, is your #1 enemy. So I'm always just hoping to get him as quickly as I can onto the board, or other cards also help with that too. But he's just great to just like play around Nibiru essentially by tributing himself as a negation negate. And if you want, you can keep him on the field as well. If you have a rock monster in hand, and he should be another monster negate. So
Unless I lose, I get to
yeah,
pick
good stuff.
I'll go second.
So here we have the Miracle Rupture package, which some people are cutting out, but I think is quite good, especially to bait out Ash. So you've got 2 Miracle Rupture and you've got 1 Revival Golem. So 2 Miracle Rupture, essentially you send a level 4 rock monster from your deck to the grave. I'm sending Revival Golem, he special summons himself. Just another level 4, another rock. At worst, you know, you mill him off of from Adamancipator. At best, you've got the Miracle Rupture and you've got another level 4 that you can use to Xyz or to even synchro with. So yes, put that. We've got 2 Doki Doki. Doki Doki, I think I like him at 2. I had him at 3 at one point, but I think 2's fine. It's just, it gives you access to any rock in your deck, essentially. Being a level 2 allows you to synchro into Herald really easy. So yeah, 2 Doki Doki I think is a good way to go. We've got the Gamma package, so we've got Cypher and Gamma. We've got the worst card in my deck that I always have in my opening hand. I'm always banishing him off with Roxy's because I think I summoned him once by tribute summoning him one time, which is pretty funny. But yeah, no, Gamma is the best like hand trap in the game in my opinion. So much so that like the OCG limited him. But yeah, I quite like this. I quite like the hand trap. I don't need to explain Gamma to you guys. I'm sure you know a lot about Gamma. So yeah, I've got my tuner that I summon off of Hakafai Rack because I run Happy Out. I wasn't running Plague Spreader for the longest time, but I think just having him is good because you can special summon him. That's more material. Also, you can stack your deck, which allows you to special summon. If you have a rock in your hand and you want to get one off with the Adamancipator, you can stack your deck. You have him on the field with some extra material. Also, you can special summon that rock off of the Adamancipator effect. So in general, I think he's probably the best tuner to be running.
I suppose another advantage of the Plague Spreader is if you're in your situation, you've got the driver in your hand, you can summon it, put the driver on top of the deck, and then if you do an Adamancipator, you at least get to move it somewhere else in your deck.
You can just get rid of that driver, which is always happening to me. So yeah, multi-purpose. 3 Ash Blossom. It's Ash Blossom. You know, not really much to be said there. Just the second best hand trap in my opinion. I run 2 Parallax Seed. This is good for chain blocking. It's good to go into your rank 4s. Just a good card in general. You know, even if you don't do that, you can just use it for more material. So with that. I might cut this, but I quite like it though. Emergency Teleport. Gamma is a psychic. It's also a level 2 tuner as well. So you're going to need level 2 tuners quite often. So it's just kind of good for that. I don't know if I'll keep it. I don't know if I'll cut it. I'll have to think as we go.
Yeah, it's a very good card.
I probably won't run 2 because I know we've got 2 now because of the ban list. But it's just like an extra thing to help you go into how to play and help you synchro. Monster Reborn, just a good extender. Bring back your monsters. It's Monster Reborn. Imperial Order, I know everyone hates this card, but I don't really run a whole lot of spells, and spells like Mystic Mine and Dark Royal Noble basically are the bane of this deck's existence.
That's fair enough.
Including Super Poly, which someone did Super Poly me once, so yeah. It's good just to have in a lot of combo decks.
What would you Super Poly against with Adamancipator?
I think someone Super Poly'd Mud Dragon.
Okay, so nothing too interesting. Just a Mud Dragon.
And then Phantom Nightshade Brigadine, I like this card. It's just a free level 4. You know, it's pretty good. I made an illegal play with this on the YCS, and I caught myself afterwards where I had Parallax Seed in the hand, and I had this in hand. I special summoned it. I then summoned Almirage, which you can't special summon. You can't summon Almirage off this because it needs to be normal summoned. But you know, cheat. But I forgot. But
We all make mistakes.
yeah, but it like I said, it's good for rank 4 plays, which you're going to need in this deck. So we'll go on to the extra. So we have Adamancipator Risen Dragite. This card's fucking amazing. It's great going first because it's a spell trap negate. It's great going second because it's a non-targeting bounce. So if you have a Dragoon on field, or if you have almost anything on field, it doesn't matter because, as I said, it's just a non-targeting, just removal.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt you.
It's great. Also, yeah, you require either Drag Eye, or sometimes you can have Help or Drop Seeds in the Grave for its. I think it's for the Spell Trap Negate. Yeah.
Yeah, do you have the spell trap name?
Yeah. So, but yeah, just general good card.
I play it in Plunder Patrol.
Yeah. You got Adamancipator, Reptite Risen. I don't really use his second effect really that much. He's just really good just to get more Adamancipators on board. It basically works the same way as the main deck monsters, except it doesn't have the restriction of it needs to be a non-tuner. So we've got him. He's usually level 6 going into. Meow Mew for the Prank Kids engine, and Doodle Doo. I just got Doodle Doo just in case I do Reptite's effects. It needs a Wind Engrave, and Meow Mew is just you just need one Prank Kids card. So yeah, not really. It's just for link climbing really. You don't really use their effects or anything like that. The sad thing sometimes is when you have a Dropsies in hand instead of a Roxy's, because if you go into Dropsies, you then summon a Roxy's, you can't summon anything afterwards. So it kind of gets you stuck there. But you hope to summon the Roxy's first. So just good to run that climb. Almirage is good just to have, like, just in general, just to get stuff in the grave, and also if you got the Exceed, so you can have like a link to for its special summon. It's just in general just decent. But Hulk obviously like good in like a synchro based deck. Not really going into him that much. Like if I'm sure that I can not be Nibiru'd, I will go into him. But usually like if I go into him, like I feel like I'm gonna get Nibiru'd or something's gonna happen, you know. But yeah, Hulk is Hulk.
How much damage do you take?
Warlord Savage. It's a good Omni negate. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Pretty much the same as well. Just really good negation.
This hits
You can make quite easily. Gallic Granite, this is why you want to have as many level 4s that you can special summon like Shade Brigandine and whatnot, is because it just gives you your entire like deck essentially. We used to add Block Dragon off this, rest in peace to the boy, but you can add like a Seeker, you can add a Researcher, you can add
if I'm being honest,
but yeah,
your deck is better than mine.
the other rank 4 that I play is Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller basically hits most decks in the format currently. Everyone like what has some effect in the grave, especially if you like Tri Brigade. I think Drytron also has.
I wouldn't know. I haven't played against Drytron yet.
I think like Ben 10, I think Ava require effect golf in the graveyard.
Because when they're tributed, so if they're tributed, it works in grave.
Dweller's always going to be good, especially in formats like this where it's very graveyard reliant. IP, this used to be a Cyframe Lambda, but like Lambda's like very situational, and it basically tells your opponent you have a Gamma in hand. So I just thought, I'll have the Masquerena just so I can go into Unicorn, which just good piece of generic removal. Just always good to have.
It wouldn't be as great as it.
I would change this for an access code, but Moral Sword still did the job. I closed so many games out of Moral Sword. He's the OTK machine for a reason. So yeah, got that. Apollosa, you're always going to Apollosa. You just have so many ways to make full material. Just a great card in general. And then we have Herald of the Arclight. I'm trying to make him as soon as possible. So like if I have like a Doki Doki in level 2, I try and make him just to protect myself from hand traps, protect myself from Nibiru and whatnot. Just also another good sort of Omni negate. So that's the extra deck. If we go into my side deck's nothing too impressive really. I might change it around a bit more. But we've got Feather Duster for spell trap removal.
Pretty much every side deck has a Feather Duster now.
Yeah, everyone's using Contact C these days, especially if you're playing something like Tri Brigade or Drytron or anything like these specific types of monsters. So this is just really good. I think this is going to continue being quite good as we go into the following format. As a Prank Kids player, this card's also the bane of my existence because there's not much you can do with this guy. Nibiru is always going to be good, especially against all the combo decks. Red Reboot for those trap decks. We do have a couple of people that play like some trap focused decks sort of in our community, so it's always going to be pretty good to have. Speaking of the one-offs, we've got Pankratops. Pankratops going second, always good. I'm probably not going to use anti-spell really anymore because I've got Imperial Order, but at the time I was thinking maybe, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. I think this side deck is going to change a lot more as we go into the next format. Droll and Lock, just good in general, really, just to stop your opponent from searching. Lance is fantastic, especially against something like Tri Brigade, who are always banishing. So yeah, just amazing. As I was saying about Abyss Dweller, we've got Skullmeister, because, you know, more graveyard effects. Want to stop that. But yeah, just this is always changing depending on like what's going on in our community. There's one card actually that I was using for, I don't know if it was the tournament on Saturday. No, it wasn't. It was a different tournament. But this one's always sort of like goes in and out of my side deck. It's Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend. This card's really good in time, because I can make level 4s quite easy, and if we're going in time, just pop all the special summon monsters, burn, and
it works on your own stuff as well.
Exactly, so just pop your own monsters, it's pretty funny. But yeah, that's the deck. Overall, I love Adamancipator's, been playing them since they first came out. They're obviously not as explosive as they were like about a year ago, but I think they're still pretty consistent. Konami, please give us back Block Dragon, please. If we can have Ava in the game, can we just at least have one Block Dragon, please? Free my boy. But yeah, that's the deck profile. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you guys want to subscribe to my channel, Spark-Tek on YouTube, which is SPARK-K.
We're in a very big stalemate right now.
I think AJ will have it in the description.
Yeah, I can probably put it in the description.
I don't post a whole lot, but there is a video that I'm planning to upload soon. I do a lot of like video game focused stuff, some video essays, reviews, that kind of stuff. But yeah, thanks AJ once again for featuring on his channel, and I'll send it back to you.
Okay, so that's the profile, guys. Hope you all enjoyed that. Leave a comment down below what you thought about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.